At this point, we have designed the majority of our speaker and our speaker box. We've done the 5 sides, the bottom and the 4 sides. Now we're going to do the top. So the top is going to be 3D printed. And you should have completed this layout here, so we understand that the 2 important measurements are the the outside dimensions of our speaker box. So it's about 4.175 tall by 4.125 wide. Yours might be different just because of the nature of how you oriented your pieces. But the big thing here is we want to make a 3D printed part, and it's going to have as many openings as possible while also being able to connect the actual speaker to it. The openings are to allow the sound to go through with minimal disturbance. All right. So, and the other thing is just in terms of making everything print smoothly and easily, I want you to make sure that your thickness of your piece is not more than 0.2 inches. That way we can print as many as possible without disturbance. So if we go here, I've already created a blank part. All right, so I'm going to start a 2D sketch. And just to make my life easy, I'm going to start with a rectangle that is, let's see, well, if I think about it here, let's go back here. So it's 4.175 and 4.125. So I'll use those, 4.125 and 4.175. All right. So that's the outside edges, but that's not actually what I don't want my box to go up against that, because when I actually make this, I'm going to wrap some fabric around the edges. So I need to actually leave a little gap, and I only want the ends to be those dimensions. So I'll kind of explain what I mean by that. So that's just like an outline. To make my life easier, I'm just going to delete that. I'm going to make it easier. I'm going to make it 4x4. 4x4. All right. And then there's a really cool tool you can use, just the offset tool. So if I click that, I can then select this, and I want offset by 0.2. All right. And then you can just design whatever design you want. I know when I did mine as an example, I just did a very quick X like this. And then since I want it to be a thickness of 0.2, I offset halfway. So offset 0.1 on that side, 0.1 on this side, 0.1, and then 0.1. And then I made a circle in the middle that was centered at the middle with a diameter of 3 inches. And then I offset that towards the inside by 0.2. And there's the general outline of my box. And I'm just going to trim away all the stuff I don't need. Trim that, trim that. Let's see. I want to keep that, trim that, trim, trim. Trim this, trim this. Yep, just keep on trimming away all the stuff I don't need. Let's see, I can delete this line and delete this line, and then I can trim away here, here. All right, and then all this internal stuff. Don't need any of that anymore. All right, almost there. And then in here. Now if I get away from that, okay, so there's the design that you see on mine. But the only major difference is, again, I need to kind of have these extra little things sticking out here. So what I want is I want half the distance. So I did 4, and it really needs to be 4.175. So I go 0.2 over, tab, and then 0.175 divided by 2. And Inventor can do the math for me. So 0.175 divided by 2 in that direction. And then over here, I'm going to go 0.2 down and 0.125 divided by 2. All right. And then again, I can trim away the parts that I don't need. I don't need that. I don't need that. Maybe I need to do it twice, apparently. Need to trim away this piece. Okay, it's just kind of being weird here now. Delete that. Okay. And then delete that. All right. And I'm going to do that in all four corners. So let's see. It was over 0.2 and down 0.175 divided by 2. Oops, undo that. That didn't quite work. Let's try it again. Oh, yeah, so 0.2 and 0.175 divided by 2. And then 0.125 divided by 2 and 0.2. Keep on going. Let's see, 0.2 and 0.175 divided by 2. 0.125 divided by 2 and 0.2. Let's see, 0.125 divided by 2, 0.2. And then 0.2 and 0.175 divided by 2. All right. And now it's a bunch of trimming again. So trim away that. Oh, keeps on giving me an error there for some reason. That's weird, but whatever. Delete. And trim. And trim again. Okay, delete that, delete that. Delete that, and delete that. All right, so that should be good. That's kind of an example of how I did my sketch. And then I finished it, and then I extruded. This is the normal extrusion of 0.2. All right, and now you can follow the procedure for how to export this and slice it. So save it. Make sure you do save it as speaker top. Okay, so speaker box top. And there you go.